Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where I put shows and movies in order. I'm not forcing you to watch anything this way, and if you don't want to watch it this way, that's okay too. I made these solely for entertainment. With that being said, today we're going to be talking about Sailor Moon Crystal. We'll start with Season 1 of Sailor Moon Crystal. This season combines the first and second arc of the manga. This season introduces Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask, and their friends, the Inner Senshi, where they face the Dark Kingdom, the Four Heavenly Kings, the Jealous, Beryl, and Queen Metalia. There are 26 episodes in total, but the first 14 talks about the first arc. Next up is Sailor Moon R.
Wait a minute!
I know, it's non-canonical, but I have a good reason for this one, okay? This arc is only the first 13 episodes of Sailor Moon R. It has a really good storyline which talks about this alien couple and tests the relationship of Usagi and Mamoru. Also, it doesn't follow the same cliche of kidnap the Senshis, rescue the Senshis, Sailor Moon gets a power-up and saves the day. Another reason I added this is because the villains in here are similar, if not the same, alien in the Promise of the Rose movie. Again, this is not canon at all, and you can skip it. However, if you want a breath of fresh air, then you can treat it like it's an extra story arc that's part of the canon story. Afterwards, we move on to the second season of Sailor Moon Crystal. It has a total of 12 episodes and starts at episode 15. In this season, we are introduced to a pink-haired girl that looks like Usagi, the Black Moon Kingdom, Wiseman, the Malefic Black Crystal, this mysterious lady, Death Phantom, and a new Sailor Senshi. Next up is 100% optional, just like Sailor Moon R that we talked about. After watching Season 2, you could either move forward to Season 3 or watch the first movie, Sailor Moon Promise of the Rose. I added this because it's entertaining, it makes your Sailor Moon marathon more worthwhile, and it somewhat connects Sailor Moon R if you watched it. It somewhat connects because the aliens look the same, the theme is about an evil plant, and they're both technically trying to survive as a dying race, or species. Right after all that, we have Sailor Moon Crystal Season 3. This season has a total of 13 episodes. I personally found that this season was one of the more interesting ones. I don't know if it was because they shied away from the 3D transformations, which was hurting my eyes for some reason, and I mean that literally. It was burning my eyes. Also, I found that it was a little different midway of the story from the cliche save the damsels in distress. I thought it was reassuring because it kept my attention to the story without getting bored. This season introduces an organization called the Death Busters, this ominous mistress, Phantom 90, and 3 new Sailor Senshi. The two next in line on this list are both optional, so when you're done with Season 3, you can either go to Season 4 Part 1, which is a movie, or Sailor Moon S Heart in Ice, another movie and technically the second movie of the franchise. I added this one because it's supposed to take place after Season 3, when Sailor Moon gets her power-up. Also, it features this beautiful purple cat. Yes, I said purple. I know a lot of people in canon stuff says black, but I see purple on that cute little face. Anyways, yeah, this movie introduces Kaguya, the Snow Princess, Luna's man candy, and Luna's transformation, which kind of connects to Season 4 of Sailor Moon. Don't worry, it's not all about Luna, the Senshis are still there, but come on, let's give her some love even though she's going behind Artemis. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. It's none of my business. You do you, girl. Afterwards, we move on to this movie, Sailor Moon Supers or Super S Black Dream Hole. This is the third movie in the franchise and supposedly has nothing to do with the canon story. However, hear me out, okay? I treat this movie like it's supposed to be a prequel to the Dead Moon Circus arc. Let me explain. First, in this movie, they talk about dreams just like the Dead Moon Circus. It's literally the goal for both this movie and the arc. Second, they're flying around on a mysterious magical ship, just like the circus flying around in a magical flagship. And third, I feel like this movie has the same eerie circus feel to it. You'll know what I mean if you watch it. Lastly, this guy right here. This guy, Peruru. I feel like he's a precursor to Helios. I know the manga is before this movie, but still, just look at him. White hair, dreamlike clothing, a possible love interest of Chibiusa. You're a younger Helios. Nonetheless, like I said, you can skip these two wonderful movies and move on to Season 4. Now we move on to Sailor Moon Eternal, which is season 4. This is not episodic and is a movie that consists of 2 parts. This season talks about a bit more in detail of Mamoru's past and why he's sort of equivalent to Usagi. It talks about Usagi and the inner Senshi's past. It also talks about Elysian and mainly dreams. In this season, we are introduced to 2 new crystals, Helios, the Maenads, the Amazon Trio, the Amazon Quartet, Zirconia, Queen Helena, and 4 new future Senshis. Finally, we reached the 5th and last season of Sailor Moon Crystal, called Sailor Moon Cosmos. Just like Eternal, it's a movie that consists of 2 parts. In the manga and the past anime, this was called Sailor Stars. Apparently, this wasn't a name change and they called it Sailor Moon Cosmos to distinguish it from the manga, but it's an adaptation that focuses on the manga art. So, not sure what's going on there. Other than that, this season showcases a bunch of new Sailor Senshi, a few becoming allies and the rest are enemies. Here, we're introduced to the Sailor Starlights and their princess Sailor Kakyu. We're introduced to the peculiar Sailor Chibi Chibi, the Shadow Galactica Empire that consists of true Sailor Guardians and artificial guardians, the Galaxy Cauldron, Star Seeds, and a mysterious Sailor Senshi. Anyways, that's all for today and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and the naughty bell for more videos. If you have any recommendations or you want me to put something you watch or something you want to watch in order, please comment below and I'll do my best. See ya!